So the Kimura, all right? Kimura is named after a great Japanese fighter who beat one of the Gracies, Helio, I think, old school in Japan. So it's called the Kimura. It's named after him because he got this lock. And there's photos, black and white photos of it. You can just see, just like the ones we just watched, where it's just at that point where it's just like, took it to the extreme. See some of these guys, they let it snap. Does that make sense? There's that moment where, I mean, these guys know their arm's gonna snap. They're in a cage fight with millions of people watching it. You know, there's a certain mentality it takes to never tap. That makes sense. You see a couple of those guys never tap, and it snapped. And even the Nogueira is probably the most interesting one. Even after the first one, even after the guy got his arm snapped, the Brazilian guy, he kind of looked at it like, you know, his limp arms laying there. There's a different mentality once you get there. But that's the good and bad thing about the Kimura, because you get that point and there's no, the arm bar, it's the same idea. It's you pull, and snap. Eventually it's gonna snap, but with the Kimura, you don't wanna have to fight for it. Once you get it, where's the Kimura landed? Where do we usually land the Kimura from? What you saw in the videos is a lot of side mount. A lot of side mount. Why? Because when I get side mount in real jiu-jitsu, I start hitting you, you're gonna roll into me and give me an underhook. But where's the most important place that I want you to learn the Kimura from? Boom. All right, so you're texting, right? Boom, you're there texting. Now, if I want to choke you or rob you, I'm going here. All right, I'm going to go here, grab here, maybe fill you up, maybe I have a weapon, right? So the idea here is if you're standing there not paying attention, you're still texting. You're just a voice in your head. All right, cool. So now if I come in and I grab here, boom, I want you to go ahead and grab wrist control, opposite. Nope. There you go. All right, from there. Now what you're gonna do is you try and maybe sneak a little bit, and your left arm comes over the top and grabs your wrist on the, yeah, right there. Now, one of the most important things when you do this, it's a shoulder lock, right? So one of the things you can notice you're doing right now is you have my arm where? From my elbow down. Imagine, now go back out. No, right there. Now imagine with that left arm, your left arm, I want you to grab my shoulder. Go. Oh, look at that. All right. Now that's a different animal altogether. Yeah, now you have my whole arm. So go back, do it how you did it before. So just my elbow, right? So now what you want to do is what we call oompa. So you're going to thrust your hips out to create that space. And now see how you just went around my elbow again? Okay, go back out. So it's a shoulder lock. So I want you to think, you want to grab the shoulder when you put that left arm through. Go. Yes, right there. Now from there, you want to oompa again, thrust your hips out, break, and now you want to step, put your left hip on my hip, and now go slow. You want to step behind me, step behind me, step behind me. You want my left thumb, boom, right there. Got that? Now what's my escape? Once I get here, I want to punch, stomp your foot. What I really want to do is I got to get this arm what? Straight. What I'll do is I'll straighten this arm, and I like to come straight through. I'm going to drive my shoulder up through your shoulder. If I can grab a belt, I will. I'll come through. I'll break the grip. Boom, right to the arm triangle. From there, I have that throw. All right, so that's our main position that we're working, that Kimura. And we're talking about from our pummel. We're pummeling here, right? Boom. Oh, and I got it. Does that make sense? Another thing is because it's a shoulder lock, one of the most important things when you do this, when I go over the top, because it's a shoulder lock, I don't want to pull here. I want to manipulate the shoulder the same way that I came around to grab it. Now once I have it, I'm going to use the back of my elbow kind of to push your shoulder down. Whoa. And that's what gets you down. Not only do I need your arm to bend, but I also need, you feel it, I need you here. And if I can get you here, grab that belt, boom, you're in a bad spot. Does that make sense? So that's the Kimura thing. That's basically where we want to start getting it, all right? So we'll go ahead and start pummeling.